Ladies and gentlemen, hope you're having a wonderful night tonight on this surely uneventful Monday morning, which always happens to have right before I go live, somebody sends something that's like, oh, that's really important, which we should talk about. And it just always happens to be on a Monday for some reason. You have a slow weekend and everybody wants to dump the important stuff on Monday. But before we get into all of that, Dank the pool guy, how's your day going?
Actually, pool things happened today. The main water line where I work burst. That was really fun. And other than that, just an exhausting working day. And I also had a home cooked meal when I got home, so that's pretty cool.
Hey, there you go. Same. Although I never left home today. So, but I also had a home cooked meal. Jake, how's your night going?
It's going fantastic. Can't complain.
Sweet. Ranan, how you doing?
Good.
Mr. Fart QC Director. I heard PSA is actually hiring.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm going in as a new directing position at PSA, and we're I think they're spending too much money, and I think we gotta scale things back a little bit.
Too much QC. It's not working. We're gonna scale it back and see what happens. Surely nothing can go wrong. All right. Well, before we get into the PSA stuff, while people are filing in, I had these shared to me by a wonderful gentleman, Ben of Central Sands Defense, who's also a fellow police officer, and he enjoys sharing some of the cringe. Now, these are going to start off relatively tame and then end up a little bit more extreme. So, okay, there we go. I think we're in order now. So, Leon County, Florida Sheriff Walton McNeil. No vest, no magazines in the pouches. Welcome, my friend. You're out of touch. We're going to see lots of boomer belt setups here.
What do you mean? It's not 1980?
This was peak technology for 1980. Although, what is funny? So, my buddy, who was Washington officer, his first issued belt was something just horrific, like leather holster, leather pouches, and we're talking like 2 years ago. Just disgustingly bad. Just something straight out of like a Lethal Weapon movie.
Is it a small town sheriff or cop?
County? It's a county, so I mean it's not that small. They were in one of the departments that switched off the P320.
Good on them.
Yeah. And then you have other stuff. What do we got? We got a lot going on here. We have multiple flashlights on the left-hand side, just in case.
And then we have people with that mag light.
Yeah, dude, you always gotta have like 5 mag lights, old school mag lights, laying around. It's based.
Now, what's funny here is that he's arresting the shooter response team guy. Whatever is happening here, it looks like security officer arresting security officer, security on security crime, or whatever it is that they say that's a problem. But I don't know what's going on here in this image.
They're both off duty and they're getting frisky.
It's probably some kind of training thing, if I had to guess.
Some would say an initiation ritual. That's possible.
Yeah.
Could be.
But this is hazing.
But where are they? They look like they're in a bar. You have glasses and stuff in the background, little tables, seats. They're in a bar somewhere. So I don't know if he's doing. Woo. Now this is when you know you're in the hood.
Oh my God, I've seen this one before.
This is when you know you're in the hood. When your cart associate is vested up with a radio, a first aid kit, and everything else. Now this kind of goes hard. Like you're at Walmart collecting carts and you just know you're in a bad part of town and you are ready for anything at any moment because any cart run could be your last cart run.
I think what really makes this look probably the most awkward is the leggings. Like take the leggings away and it could pass for just relatively normal, right? But the leggings and the knee pads just kind of add that extra, along with the AirPods and the glasses. It has a look. It has kind of a younger millennial look.
Oh, you know what? I think that these cart guys, they actually should carry something that can break car windows.
Oh,
for
100%.
retarded parents that leave their kids in cars. I think there's been several stories this last week of guy goes into gamble, leaves kids in his car. Guy goes into an adult entertainment store, leaves his kids in the car, and then they die or they get rescued right before they die. It's like people are just absolutely insane.
If you guys make fun of this guy's drip, you've obviously never been a cart associate, and it shows.
No, I got
God.
carts at both of the department store jobs that I had, or one grocery store, one department store job. But I got carts all the time. But here's the thing: they weren't in metropolitan areas, shall we say? So,
yeah, this guy serves 3 tours in Chirac.
I don't know what Walmart this is, but I would kind of like to know where it was taken at. Now, here we go. So getting a DUI award with your mags upside down, priceless, mad magazines, all different directions, you're out of touch. Just another example of whoever, I don't even know who made these belts back in the day, but they must have sold 1 million of them to the local PDs.
Did he get a DUI award for having a DUI, or what's the award for?
Best drunk driver.
Yeah. It was a competition that they had amongst themselves. And
how much you want to bet if confronted about it, he would defend and say, "Oh no, it's so they're face down. I can grab the magazine faster."
Dude. Well, we're gonna.
And he's got some boomer fuddler about that.
Yeah, so that they drop out and you just grab them or something.
Yeah, it's gravity assisted reloading.
Well, there are definitely going to be some gravity challenged people. Now, this is just, there's a lot of times where police officers, or I don't even know if this is an actual police officer, but they tend to just have setups that don't make any sense to anyone other than themselves. Which, I mean, if it works for you, that's fine. Hope you never have to use the stuff. But open exposed pouches in the middle of your plate carrier for a pistol reload? It just seems odd.
Well, it doesn't look like there's any
It doesn't work for them.
Now, okay, so that's kind of cringe, but normal. These next ones, I have never ever seen this before anywhere for any reason.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Wait. That is a M&P Glock. I think it's a Glock with some sort of attachment on top. I don't know what that is, but it is mounted upside down in a Serpa holster. You know how you can have an ND into your legs? This guy was like, "Nah, bro, I need those to walk. I'm gonna have an ND into my chest."
I bet he's thinking, "Man, have you seen how cheap P320s are right now? I should pick one up."
Yeah, imagine that's a P320.
I wonder how the holster is attached to the belt. It could be on some kind of like pivot system that just like got loose and it just flipped over like that.
Either way, dude, you're walking around like I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah.
This guy checking out his driver's license, and if she turns or he, whatever this thing is if it turns to the right, that barrel is pointed into that guy's mouth. Like if he turns to the right a little bit.
I mean, how is he even supposed to draw it?
I mean, if you're a Spider-Man and you have like orangutan arms and you reach down below to pull it out, like it's faster because the barrel's already in the direction you want to go. You don't have to waste time bringing the gun up. It's already there.
I have orangutan arms, and that would still be difficult for me. That's
oh no. The doggy style
awful.
partner. Oh no.
When PSR is caring for his friend Giga.
Roto holster fails again. Yeah, Moreau's finest, dude. I sleep sounder knowing that this is going on. And Moreau,
he had to put it on that way though. Look at his belt. He's got like an inwardly looped belt, so he'd have to like.
Those pants are a little tight. They're a little tight.
Dude, look at that.
Struggling.
They're holding in a lot there, but yeah, I don't even know what off-brand Serpa crap holster that is. I've never seen that before. But the fact that it is pointed directly into his upper torso area And then what is on top of that slide? Am I seeing things, or is there actually something?
I think that's
like
just
there's a fin or something on there. I don't know what that is.
It might just be a weird reflection.
Maybe it's a mount for an optic, but no optic.
I think it's just the angle and the shadow. Looks like a normal.
I'd like to know what gun it is. It looks like
something about the moon landing.
Now, you'll be happy to know that this is not the only example of this.
No, I'm not happy. Oh my god!
Every time,
and it's the same build too. It is fat or obese, whatever you want to call it, and just pointed directly in the safest direction, which is into their brain.
I will not thank you for your service. I will thank your pants for their service. Thank that belt for its service.
Legitimately, if I saw this in my town or like a town I go to frequently, I would snap a picture and send that to the PD, and it'd be like, "This is unacceptable.
This is unacceptable. Yeah, this is actually unacceptable. You're not allowed to do this. Please stop."
It's
woman cop actively at Chick-fil-A.
It's funny to like see it, but like these are like the defenders of you and everyone else, especially in a liberal state.
Now you're just making it sad, bro.
This is who's going to save your kid.
Yeah,
this is who's coming to save you, bro.
That's wild to me, man.
I honestly, I didn't even notice that she's sitting there at a Chick-fil-A, and that's probably her extra large drink with like 500 calories in it or something.
50,
yeah, this picture is amazing. This picture is amazing.
I'm not as concerned about the gun as I am the person with the gun.
Ma'am, can you do 10 burpees? Infinite time.
You know, every time they try and say something about a woman and a P320 going off, I'm like, woman moment or P320 moment?
Yeah, maybe it wasn't the SIG.
Yeah, it's like maybe we've been too harsh on you. I take it back. We just blame women now.
You know, if
dude, that's my favorite argument. Only cops are trained for guns. Yeah, my pleasure. True. Dude, I don't know. If I was working at that establishment, I'd be like, can you get out of here? Like, I don't feel comfortable around you. You're obviously incompetent.
We don't serve your kind around here.
No.
Oh, John, we have someone backstage who's looking to get in.
Oh, my bad. Gopnik, are you here with us? Are you still having technical difficulties?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. You sound wonderful.
Are you still concussed?
No, thankfully.
I hope not. That was weeks ago, bro.
Yeah, it's no minor TBI, but my webcam is failing to work for some reason.
No.
It's very frustrating.
Yeah, and mine would freeze a lot. So I don't use mine.
Well, it could also just be a StreamYards issue. Never forget that StreamYards, no matter how much money I throw at them, is retarded.
Yeah, I was double checking it in Discord and everything was working there fine, but as soon as I boot up StreamYards, no, they just don't want to recognize it.
No idea. No idea about it. Okay, now we've talked about defenders of the peace. And actually, no, now that I look at this, bro, this is also a police officer. Okay, now this is... There's a lot here. There's a lot to unpack.
Oh, there is a lot there.
There's a lot to unpack here. Would anyone like to guess the brand of the upper receiver? You already know what it is.
It's a Bear Creek, isn't it?
It's a Bear Creek Arsenal upper receiver. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot there, but it doesn't cost a lot.
When the man behind the gun is more dangerous than the gun.
Yeah, well... You know what's funny is that taser probably costs twice as much as the entire rest of the firearm. So let's start from top to bottom. We have one of those Amazon, eBay special open red dot sites that you would see in like 2005 for an airsoft gun. Sometimes they would come with an airsoft gun. That is strapped to one of those 3-9s or 3-12s that has 3 sides of Picatinny, top, left, and right.
I have one of those.
Right.
It's a 3-9.
I've seen those as well. Yeah, it's either 3-9 or a 3-12, whatever it happens to be. Sometimes they even come with a laser sight. There might actually be a laser sight on the left side. And then he decided to take a 1-inch flashlight mount on a long section of Picatinny, mount that to the opposite side with only a push button tail cap and what looks like a lanyard loop for a rifle-mounted flashlight.
Well, those lanyard loops are kind of hard to take off, you know?
That doesn't look like it's a QD mount for that flashlight either. So it's not like he's taking it on and off and storing it on his person or, using it when he
Well,
doesn't think he's
you
got them.
also see that he has other flashlights
Yeah.
attached to his person, right? So
He wouldn't. Yeah, wow. And then
How
he's
much
got
does
a
this
reverse
thing
bipod.
weigh?
well, it's a short barreled. It's a probably
It's braced. He knew to do that.
10.5 braced. So it's not an illegal SBR. Oh, that'd be funny. I don't know exactly what's going on here other than the bipod.
I think it's a Caldwell bipod.
It looks like it's just the Picatinny mount that he put on that M-Lock is maybe really tall. And then it looks like a Harris Quinn bipod. It's probably like a CV Life.
I think it's a Caldwell.
Right. And then there's one iron sight up front, it looks like. Nothing in the back. Nothing in the back at all.
I think dude was just copying his Tarkov loadout.
No, so that's probably like 13 pounds.
I do dig the metal mag. I will say that.
Yeah, one metal mag. Okay, you get 1 point. Now, this on the badge it says interstate. Is this a actual police officer?
I hope not.
Hey,
And
maybe. Hopefully, he's stealing valor.
How many mags does he have?
The lanyard is the sling. True. Shocked it's not a PMAR mag. I mean, what would be funny is if you pull it out and it's like one of those what are the knockoff mags called? I forget what they were, but they had the metal mags. They look like nice mags, but they're actual trash, like the Korean mags. Yeah, I also don't know how you hold the thing. If you just you deploy the bipod and use the bipod as a foregrip, Rambo this stuff.
Yeah, you deploy one of the bipods and you hold on to it sideways like you're a cool guy.
That's how he gets away from the foregrip laws.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that's good point. Good point. Now, odds, gentlemen, that this is even zeroed.
Oh,
0.
Yeah, it's 0.
Yeah. So when he goes to take a headshot at like 45 yards, 30 yards, and just
20.
domes, whatever it might be, just domes the hostage because of a 5.5-inch height over bore, and it's not zeroed. Like, isn't that like a liability or something?
Yeah,
well, he doesn't even aim, Who needs optics when you hip fire?
Well, yeah, I guess we have to quite literally pray that he never actually has to use it, because he would be as much of a danger to anyone around the perpetrator as the perpetrator himself.
He says, nah, this is for CQB. I just shoot in the center of the flashlight beam.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, technically that does work, but I mean, that standard of training is so low that it's like,
this is my
really?
CQB gun, son.
The only thing that would make this better is a drum mag.
Oh, dude. Oh, you just said it, bro. There's the next one. Guess what? The next one has 2 drum mags.
Oh yeah.
Jojo Fosho for 5 says, take my money, totally off topic, but what car do you drive? I drive a 2017 Chevy Equinox. It's garbage, but it has been managed to continue running no matter what I do to it. So, I mean, like it's one of those areas where like I recognize well, it's like PSA, right? If I have a PSA rifle that manages to work, I wouldn't go out and recommend everybody that rifle, because I understand that while it works for me, it's kind of trash. So I wouldn't recommend going out and getting one, but it's all-wheel drive and it manages to get me out of all the dumb spots I put it in. So it works.
That's what a car has to do.
If it
and
works,
I
it
bought
works.
I bought it off of a cat lady who wrecked it, so I got a crazy deal on it.
A crazy cat lady deal?
Yeah. Sabardic Psycho for 2 drops a happy face, because Sabardic Psycho is nothing if not a happy man. I think about you. Dr. Fuzzy for 2 says, who up focusing they trip right now? About a bust for real, for real. I don't know what he means by that, but I hope you're focusing hard there, Mr. Fuzzy. Coral Weezer, great thumbnail. The Yakubian, what's the guy's name? What's that?
KSI.
Yakubian KSI in front of a summer camp. Very nice
Amazing.
thumbnail. Thank you. Thank you, Carl Weezer. Now, Melisdemeanor for $50 says late, gay, and more Santies. Yeah, it's good to be back. We are so back. But because in honor of that $50 donation, which is absolutely wild, Mr. Melisdemeanor, I have a new clip just for you.
Hey, look, you want look. The P320. You want to be fisted by one of Sig's top guys? You want to be fisted by the Yankee Marshal? That's what you need to be asking yourself right now.
Mr. Warfare, bringing the real questions to the chat. Thank you very much, Melissa Demeter. That is incredibly generous of you. HSB Snake for 5 says, when the Brassbacks girl tries to hit me with their new LPVO personality, so I hit them with that Wonder 9 hop stare top kick countdown meme. Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. Thank you for that, Mr. Snake. Huge Ass for 5 says, this isn't even peak 1980s Miami Vice was more cutting edge than these setups. Dude, there was some cool stuff in the 80s. There's a couple cool scenes of people appendix carrying and like different things that they were doing, like quote unquote advanced techniques for the time. So there was actual cool stuff happening, but not this stuff. Thank you, Mr. Ass. Yes. Andrew Bashan for 10 says the shanties return. Let's go. I just picked up an SPC 9. Very nice. Long short of it, annoyingly expensive, but great. The MPX can get bent just like the handguard. Sig catching strays already, and we haven't even talked about them yet. But thank you, Mr. Vishon. Hope you're doing well, and hope that SPC 9 is treating you well. Now, Dank, you had asked. You had asked for no. You got to look at this longer, okay? The more you look at it, the more you're like, wait a second.
Oh my god.
If you look down here on the bottom right, you're like, oh, what is that?
Flamethrower.
That is, yes, that is a pulsar flamethrower attachment on his AR-15. Now, if you remember that Democrat video from a long time ago, or that infographic where they were talking about all the different attachments you could put on an AR-15, one of them was like flamethrowers and chainsaws and all this other stuff.
They were talking about this guy.
At the time, we made fun of all of that, right? They were talking about 100-round magazines and what it might be, chainsaws and flamethrowers. Well, hindsight is 2020, and they actually did manage to predict the future. Now, I don't know what bank vault this man is security guarding, but it is the most guarded guard of all time. He has not one, but 2, what looks to be Magpul D60 magazines, one of them in one of those fantastic Fab Defense stocks that has the additional spot for a magazine, which, 120 rounds on your AR, well, very heavy. So it's a lot of firepower.
No, it's actually a counterbalance. It makes it easier to shoot.
Yeah, it's like in Modern Warfare or one of the new Call of Duty games where you put on the big magazine and it slows everything down, but it reduces recoil. That's what this is. And then we have now the optic stack. I don't know what it is. There's some sort of turreted scope with no adjustment, and then an offset Sig Romeo 5. I want to say it's either a T1 or a Romeo 5, and I'm pretty sure it's a Romeo 5, if I had to guess.
This dude selling that like scare piece about all the attachments. He said that sounds badass.
When I first saw this picture, I thought that was George Floyd Jr.
Oh my god!
the Honorable Saint Floyd will not be besmirched by your bad words, my friend.
This is what George Floyd did after they faked his death.
Well, he just went back to security work. He went back to the honorable profession he had before. You know how many headshots he had to get to unlock all that? Yeah, that's maxed out. That's Prestige 5 or whatever it is. Now the AR itself, who knows? If I had to guess, it's probably cheap and crappy. But you max out all your attachments. That's what PSA has always taught me to do. If you look at PSA customer photos on their reviews, cheapest rifle imaginable, max out your accessories. And if they're red, you get extra points or something like that. Guarding the Fent reactors. Unbelievable.
He's doing the Lord's work, man.
Yeah. Speaking of the Lord's work, Andrew Pashad, how's your night going, sir?
Not bad, not bad. How's it going, guys?
Good, good.
Hello,
How you been?
Andrew.
Not bad, not just kind of getting around.
Okay.
Picked up an SPC 9. My bolt gun decided to stop working, so I've been trying to fix that.
I thought that bolt guns were the most reliable firearm on the planet.
Well, it's an issue
That's
with
what I was
the
told.
Macmillan stock I got. $900 for the stock, and I have little play on the Tang after about a month of use, so not very happy about that. Getting back with
How,
them.
how much did you spend on that stock? Do I even want to know?
$900 for an A5.
Okay. Ooh, it could have been worse. I don't know what
Could
that
have been a
number
lot
was
worse.
going to be. Yeah. All right. Richard, how's your night going? You're here too. Of course. Excellent.
It does match.
Yeah, right on time. Now, if you guys didn't know, Ben Steger took about a week-long break, but he was doing very important work. So this was taken, his charity work that he does. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this organization, but there he is, just hanging out, doing his preaching job on the side, just free of charge, just doing the Lord's work out there. But he's back now,
Godspeed.
so he's off that street corner.
What a guy.
Which is, yeah, his mom always told him he was going to be working a street corner one way or the other, and he decided to go that route.
He's got my vote.
Yeah, Ben Sager, 2028. All right. Well, this is a story that keeps popping up, even though we all know it continues to happen, and it's been happening for years and years. But this is Palmetto State Armory Saber ARV hiding all the 1-star reviews. What? Palmetto State
shocked.
Armory lying to their customers and not posting the negative reviews on almost any of their own items, but curiously they'll allow negative reviews on items that they sell that aren't theirs.
It's almost like
So
they've been
that's
doing this for
interesting.
years.
Yeah, they've been called out on this a long time. So, you just see it says 11 reviews, 5 stars. Yeah, 4.6, 7 5-star reviews, 4 4-star reviews. Pretty decent. But it's like, wait a second. What about these 1-star reviews? Defective and broken, like right from the factory, considering these are a new launch for Palmetto State Armory. That's a little oopsie.
They would
Another
never.
little 1-star review, That's just a little strange. Not sure why they would do that. Almost like they're hiding the reviews so that you don't see them, so that everything looks positive. What is it? There's no negative reviews in Bossing Say or something like that.
Stop noticing, John.
Been checking periodically for the Saber ARV to be back in stock, and I noticing 2 reviews showcasing complete weapon failures that were not showing up under reviews. Keep an eye out when checking reviews, I guess, and no, the images and reviews sections aren't separate. There are several reviews that appear in both sections.
Pure
then-
coincidence.
Well, this is also, to be clear, this is in the Palmetto State Armory subreddit. This is in their subreddit. People are
Gross.
people are noticing. General rule of thumb, never buy the first batch of any product. Have we not learned from the iPhone? Again, people say, hey, come on, guys. All the first-gen products are bad. We all know that.
But what about
Now-
when it's all their products?
Yeah, what about when they come out with the Gen 2 like 18 months later when you dropped $1,200 on their original product? How does that make you feel?
It does just make me feel great when you buy a product and then they say, yeah, we are going to obsolete that product, and you spend $2,000 on an MPX, and it's just going to make you.
Well,
like,
actually,
hurt yourself.
that's a good point, because SIG does, or I should say PSA does the SIG thing where they bring out new product, discontinue new product, bring out new product to replace old product, and then rinse and repeat every 18 months or so.
And it's only ever a marginal improvement that doesn't actually affect the quality overall.
Right, and there's no way for you to fix the product you actually bought. Kid Corporate says, has PSA ever made a Gen 2? Well, considering they're on the GF5 for their AKs, and I don't know how many generations you want to call their AKs, but they are, they came out with the Jakl Gen 1 and Gen 2, I think 18 months apart.
You could make an argument that some of their Saber lines have sort of a Gen 2. Like it's kind of like the PSA M110, then they came out with the A1 not long after, which I understand it's not necessarily a Gen 2 of the same product, but it kind of is.
Well, I mean, I don't even know if you could call it that because PSA, they used to have their premium line, which then got kind of replaced by their PSA line, or their Saber line, which is kind of the same thing with a few additional parts. So, like in terms of quality, they're both about the same. They're both made or broken by their assembly and QC, which tends to not exist very much. Now,
which for some of these, like for their Sabers, most of the parts are non-PSA parts, so it's just if all you have to do is assemble it, that's a really narrow way that you can whittle down where you need to put your money.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, guys, I assemble AR uppers for, well, that's not my main source of income, but that's something that I do. It's pretty damn simple. It's not that complex. You just do the exact same thing over and over and over and over again with no variation. You just do the exact same thing, especially if you have a standardized line like Palmetto State Armory, whereas I have to do custom work for all the different customers. Can you do this? Can you do that? Yes, I can, because I'm nice.
Standard applies that they're actually meeting some type of qualification regularly.
Yeah, Helix says PSA just launched a new gay lineup today. They did, and I have that pulled up for us. And listen, the new gay lineup is as gay as the old gay lineup. It's I don't know who would be excited about it. So this is probably a thread Danny won't show up in. Now, Danny PSA, this is the actual PSA employee. This is, I guess he's their social media guy, or he handles this area of the social media. We're going to see him be a recurring character in this little story. So this is a thread Danny probably won't show up in. Danny responds to him saying, probably won't be showing up too much because this isn't an area I typically handle. Sorry. No comment on any concerns here. Again, he responds, not my department, so I don't have any information to comment with. Sorry. Basically, anytime you're going to see any sort of criticism, he's going to be like, oh, not my department. I don't know.
Then why say anything at all?
Sorry. Listen, I know your broken ARV. How much did you pay for it? You paid, it doesn't say. You paid like $1,000 for whatever it happens to be. I know that's like sad or something that it broke within the first week of you owning it, but I don't have any information on that. Not my department. Sorry.
Bro, I'm so sorry that your gun blew up. Better luck next time.
Yeah, they're $1,000, and then you have to pay shipping, and then
of course. So this is a funny one too. So they said they've been doing this to my review for a couple weeks now. Didn't publish my negative review at all. I filed a report with the FTC. Good job. And I highly suggest you do as well. The more reports, the more the FTC can look into their review gating. Each offense is supposedly a $44,000 fine. Enough people report this, they get hammered with fines. And then Cuddle Bear, which I don't know if this is not the same as Danny, but Cuddle Bear says, can you post the review to this sub? I'd like to see it. That's not an official PSA employee. Or maybe it is. Does it say it is? I don't know why I think that it is.
They have a weird little title under their name.
Yeah, top 1% poster little badge.
Yeah, I don't know if that means that they're actually a PSA employee, though, because Danny is, though, because Danny is an official PSA employee.
Yeah, just a Reddit mod. Pay no attention.
Reddit employees.
Right. All right, but now we can get into the main thing, because we've known that PSA just deletes negative reviews all the time. They're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to, I mean, unless somebody is lying about you, or there's probably some gray area there that you can get into, but you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to delete negative reviews from your own website. Which is why
that's a no-no.
Well, yeah, but I wish that there was an aggregate website that didn't suck for like gun components like there are for like movies or whatnot. Like you can go to any aggregator for movies, TV shows, even cars, right? Whatever it might be. But there's nothing like that in the gun industry where you can get good relevant info. Yeah. I mean, Reddit does it on some things. Like the Aero Precision subreddit is essentially a failure log at this point, and that's all it is.
Yeah,
but I wish there was a dedicated website for it.
Gatton Tomatoes.
If you want
Gatton Tomatoes, yeah.
If you want a dedicated reviewer, just go to Colian Noir on YouTube, and he'll give you up-to-date, accurate information.
Very true. Now, I hit the official PSA subreddit the other day. which we'll get into now. Because listen, they went after my audience, they went after me, and all I did was go through some of my troubles that I had with a $1,200 or $1,300 Jakl. So, but before we chat about that, Huge Ass for 5 says, I want to be the Walmart tactical cart return guy. I'll carry a Jakl and a PSA Rock to complete my white trash ensemble. Okay, I didn't know what that symbol was. I was trying to get a little closer. White trash ensemble. I see.
That's a hate symbol against my people.
A trash can from garbage men from years past are offended that you're using that. Huge Ass for 2 says, upside down pistol. I'm going to do a pro gamer move. This is called the SIG maneuver. Thank you for that. Moonman for 5 says, shout out to the meme page for leaving that lady's ID in the pic. Are you a chubby chaser, Mr. Moonman? You know, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. Just saying. Huge Ass for 5 says, Sugar update. 2 pawn shops in the town near me have handwritten signs saying that they will no longer accept P320s for sale or pawn. Damn.
Can't say I blame them. I do feel bad for people who are stuck with them.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're not long for this world, the owners or the guns.
P320s are like crypto. You're stuck holding the bag.
Oh,
honestly,
dude. A real life gun rug pull dog. Damn.
I think there is a timeline in which it might not be a bad thing to hold on to your 320. In the case of like a class action thing, you might be entitled to compensation. So it might be worth just hanging on to them because no one's going to buy them right now.
Also true. Also true.
Buy $200 P320s by the case and then get $400 compensations for it.
or yeah. Wait for a police buyback where they're giving like $200, $300 a gun and then just try and buy lots of P320s for dollars. Huge Ass for 5 says, would you rather get pulled over by a female cop or do squat thrusts while appendix carrying a P320?
Am I required to have a loaded chamber?
Yeah. I think yes in this example.
I'm going to go with
cop.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the female cop as well because I can always tell her how slimming the uniform makes her look, even though she's probably about 50 pounds overweight. And I might be able to get some brownie points in there.
For reference, it's this female cop. So as she's leaning over your door, that gun is pointed at your head.
That looks to be a Glock, I think. So I think we're still safe.
Can I carry a tourniquet with a P320?
If we get pulled over, do we have to stop?
Well, I mean, yeah. What's
I want to talk to your supervisor.
No, I would take the female cop though. I don't know. I just don't like. I feel like, female cops, they get a bad rap, deservedly. But
is she pulling me over to seize my Chick-fil-A like she is in this picture?
Sir, that's an unregistered beverage you got there.
I would just hit her with the "I'm not driving, I'm traveling."
Hand over the waffle fries.
Moonman says Tarkov's oops all flashlight build. Yeah, there's many such cases of that. Thank you for that, Moonman. Focus Trip's wife, hello Anna, says you can only take what you carry out of a house fire. Ayo, I got this. Hold up. Yeah, it's if you put everything on one rifle, I mean, you only have to grab one thing for every possible conceivable situation.
It's a GPR build.
No. It's the DAR build, the do everything or do all AR build. The DAR build.
This is the What Would Stoner Do rifle. But
dude,
not Eugene Stoner.
Edition.
We're not talking about Eugene Stoner.
Actually, maybe for next April Fools, I need to do a What Would Stoner Do 2030 rifle and just make it absolutely retarded for next April Fools. Because this is what people in 2030 are going to be putting together. Trust me.
Hey girl, you want to see my honking ARP?
The Napa rifle.
There's girth to that ARP. It's a little short, but there's girth to that ARP.
Yeah,
baby girl, you want to see my Draco?
Yeah, this actually would be better as a Draco. You're right. Logan sucks at shooting for 10 says, why are you all watching this live stream when you should instead be out dry firing and getting good? Shaking my head. Well, yeah, you can dry fire while listening to this live stream. That's what you should do.
Logan's on the GM goon grind right now, so he's really
goon master. Oh, dude, if he gets GM, I'm just gonna call him the Goon Master.
I love
If
that
you do
banner.
drive fire watching the stream, you should use us as targets.
I
Yeah,
have
definitely.
unironically done that before.
Hey.
Yes. And always make sure your gun is unloaded.
Well, don't worry. Even if it's not unloaded, the worst it's going to do is ruin your monitor and your day. Tots the Third says, all that kit and still an A2 grip? Listen, an A2 grip fits approximately 5% of the human race. Okay? It's fine.
I'd say 13%.
13 to 50 or whatever. Thank you for that.
Actually, 3.
And when you boil it down, the numbers get real spicy. Huge Ass for 2 says, I'm going to protect that liquor store. Yeah, protected the liquor store. Dude, nobody's breaking into that. Huge Ass for 2 says, is that tactical George Floyd? Dude, I should face swap George Floyd onto that.
Just the
There's no
prospect of him
difference.
cooking me alive.
I was about to say, I don't see a difference.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Thank you for that, Huge Ass. Stealth for 2 says, guarantee all these guys say force multipliers. Yeah, so I gotta, can I get a, I like how it's all urban too, and they all have like huge scopes on top. It's like, I don't know if that's appropriate.
How many of them do you think refer to their mags as clips?
84%.
Got me the 60-round clip.
Hey, how about a clip? Got that standard drum clipazine. Madden Williams for 5 says, so I know that you have done USPSA, but have you done Steel Challenge and PSCL? I'm about to compete in Alaska State Steel Challenge. So many PPCs, or you mean PCCs? No, I don't do Steel Challenge, not because I think it's bad, but because I'm lazy and I only want to do a certain amount of stages. And if I'm not like doing movement in the stage, I don't feel like as excited to go do it. So for me, I'd rather go out and practice than do a Steel Challenge match. Some people really like them, and I'm sure it's helpful for some things, but it's not my jam, Mr. Williams. Good luck out there in Alaska, though. That sounds like fun. Moonman for 5 says, snaps fingers, Richard Gasson, bring me your finest Tito. Well, he asked for it. I don't know what else you're supposed to do about that, Richard.
So quick.
That was quick.
Yeah, he had that on speed dial. Vandalay for 2 says, PSA review picks are enough to get me not to buy. Yeah, once you realize who's also buying all of these products, you're like, I don't want to play with you anymore. Last one for now, Mr.
SPRs.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, take a shot every time you see something illegal. Huge Ass for 2 says, PSA paid off, soulless advertising. True. Thank you, Mr. Jass.
Quick question about that. Like, the guy who had his review taken down said he reported it to the FTC. Is it not also an FTC violation to pay an individual for a review and then that not be a disclosed payment?
FTC, SEC, I forget which one it is, but yes. So like GBRS, when they do reviews for SIG or Palmetto State Armory, because we know for SIG they got paid $250,000 for a year of advertising. With PSA, I imagine there's some sort of similar deal in the works because they're also jacking off the Jakl, as it were, and all that is undisclosed. So I would imagine if somebody reported them, they would be in some sort of legal trouble. Celebrities get hit with this all the time when they do like, oh my gosh, I love this so much. And then they're like, oh, you didn't tell us though that you were paid and this is an ad. Right. There's no difference between them and GBRS.
I think with a case of like individual reviews on their products, I don't think PSA has to pay people for them because I think there are enough people that look at PSA favorably, not knowing and what the truth of things is and what the real QC problems is, and they might go to the range and shoot 100 rounds a year, and that rifle is perfectly good for them, and they just have the peace of mind knowing they have the rifle, and then they're happy with it, and they go post like 5-star reviews. I've seen so many 5-star reviews where someone gets the rifle and they set it up and they post a 5-star review and they say, I haven't shot it yet, can't wait to. And it's like, dude, what are you like? This is not a review of the product at all. You haven't even used the product. And I think I don't know if those are paid reviews so much. But
I don't think they're paid reviews. No. But when I talk about paid reviews, I'm talking about the big names, right? That don't disclose their relationships, like a GBRS. But yeah, a lot of people will just drop a 5-star review out of the box, set up with either no sights or like a crappy Walmart special, red anodized add-ons, and they'll be like, "Best rifle of all time. Can't wait to go shoot it." Okay.
It's like, oh, you give this a pristine review for not getting it? I mean, it's like you buy a car and it sits in your driveway and you give them a 5 stars before you drive it. Like, no one would do that.
Oh, yeah. You sit in a Tesla and you're like, oh, 5 stars, best car of all time. Then you drive it and you're like, why am I at 50% getting out of the driveway?
Well, I think it's also the sunk cost fallacy. If there is a problem, people will kind of overlook it or be like, well, they got a great warranty, don't they? And it's like, well, I don't know. Have you ever tried to warranty something through BSA?
Guys, I know it's still in the mail, but I swear it's a really good product.
Yeah.
I'm so excited that I bought this thing. It's amazing. So funny story, I bought some stuff. I just got it in. I got it from the Ben Steger Pro Shop. Now, I'm not a loser who asks for things. I just bought it from his pro shop, and it was like a holster and a bunch of other like actual like gamer gear for USPSA and stuff. A lot of it's mediocre, and the holster is downright terrible. Now, that's not the pro shop's fault. That's my fault for buying like the cheapest holster that they had. But it's a different mentality. You can't go in there trying to defend your purchase. You have to just be honest. And some people are stuck in like the infantile mind of like a child spending like their last $4 on something, and so they love it no matter what because it's like they spent their money on it. But as adults, like, we can't have that sort of mentality, and we have to be disassociated from those things. We can't be materialistic like that.
True.
I mean, we can be. It's just not
We shouldn't.
good.
It's very immature. Growing an emotional attachment to an inanimate object that can't reciprocate anything to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally
like
true.
anime.
Yeah, we're talking to all you body pillow people in the chat right now.
I know there's some of you out there.
You know who
Especially
you are.
Doug Fellington, who has the hop body pillow, which is quite funny. I know some people like him on here. I don't know who likes me on the Palmetto State Armory Reddit, but I know some people like him on here, but I can't stand this guy. Coffeezilla is also the same for me. He gives off a smug, sniveling, never been checked vibe, like a band geek who never got punched for running his mouth. His snarky, self-satisfied vibe makes the whole review almost unbearable. But if you manage to push through the cringe, he does raise a few potentially fair points. You know, there's a couple things in there that might be worth noting, I guess. I just don't like the way he talks, or he's too smug, or the phone police.
Shut up, band geek.
Being compared to Coffeezilla is kind of a compliment, right?
I was thinking the same thing.
Well, that number one, that's a compliment. But then saying that I can't stand Coffeezilla is just a self-report for the writer of this. So
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah. Also, Danny at PSA, there are lots of folks in the comment section of that YouTube video saying that they haven't been able to get warranty issues resolved. One of them says it's been 3 years. I assume you do the YouTube socials as well, ? Might be an opportunity to officially help those in the comments and score some karma wins for PSA on a criticism video. Listen, why is this commentator better and smarter at PR than all of Palmetto State Armory staff? With a single sentence, he's like, hey, what would be a really good karma win is for on a criticism video of one of your products, you reach out to those people who have had bad warranty issues and you actually fix their problems.
Following through with what you messed up on? No way, man.
See, that is how you take a loss. You take those sour lemons or sour grapes, whatever it may be, you make some juice out of it.
So
Why would
PSA
you
does
do
comments
that?
on unrelated YouTube videos. They are great marketing guys. Kevin Brittingham does it, and he's a toxic asshole.
Why would they do that when they could just give DJ Shipley like $250,000 a year to shill their products?
You know, I
It's
mean,
a lot
yeah.
less effort.
I mean, it honestly actually is, because then you have to send these people labels. You have to take their products back. You actually have to fix them. And listen, I'm not sure if PSA knows how to fix a product. They might just ship you a new one and hope that one there's resolved.
They can't even make a product.
No, they've made things. I can.
Well, yeah,
confirm. They have
true.
made things.
They've made things. I don't know if I'd call them products.
I know I would think it was cool that the company being criticized was stepping up in the comments despite the creator being a dick. And probably a lot of behind the scenes conflict with PSA going on, I'm sure. So yeah, no, this guy has a pretty good idea. Yeah, in a negative video about you, step up and try and help those guys in the comment section, whether they're legit or not. Just say, hey, reach out to this email. Here's my personal email. Send me your issue and your order number, and I'll get you taken care of. Right? Super easy. Going to cost you a couple $1,000s, way cheaper than GBRS. Going to score some easy brownie points to everybody who reads that comment section. Gen 1 Jakl Death had some design flaws. Glad they're upgrading it. Oops, shoot. How do I use Reddit, guys? Gosh dang it.
The minus thing to the left.
Yeah, dude, I don't.
Top right-hand corner, there should be a little X, and it turns red when you hover over it, and you click on that.
I'm honestly glad
this
you
is
don't
funny.
know
Okay,
how
so
to use Reddit, John.
dude, okay, so these are screenshots because luckily people in the Discord actually took screenshots for me rather than me having to go search all this stuff out. Because I am a boomer. I don't really spend any time on Reddit. I'm very sorry. Let me see. So Danny, PSA, official PSA staff. I don't watch gun tubers, but I watched a few minutes of this one. His voice and speech pattern / cadence is enough to remind me why I don't watch YouTubers. I don't know the man. I'm not familiar with his work, so I don't have anything against him, referring to me. I don't do social media support for YouTube. We are very rarely unable to make things right with customers should they ever have a warranty issue. Citation needed. I know in the chat right now there are plenty of people in every PSA video that pull up horror story after horror story, reference after reference. I send them emails. They say to send an email. 3 weeks later, nothing happens. Many such cases. So I would like to see actual numbers on that, but they would never publish that, even though they did try and C&D a guy for actually sending out the information on how many returns they get on AKs. So that is something PSA has done. Not super cool. All right. We are very rarely unable to make things right with customers should they ever have a warranty issue, unless the issue is obviously no fault of PSA, unreasonable use, deliberate damage to product causing inoperability, etc. And in a lot of cases, we still do what we can to help, like offering replacement products at cost rather than charging full price for non-warrantable replacements. Now, Imported Bot says, what are your thoughts on PSA suspending his account and holding his money after initial review? I doubt the money was quote-unquote held hostage as he describes, but I'm not familiar with the case, so I can't speculate. Although this sentence doesn't make any sense as it's staged because he did in fact speculate. And since he speculated, I am here, of course, to clean it up. As a private company, we reserve the right to do business or not with whom we choose. Now, that is correct. You don't have to do business. But, however, if I buy something for you and you hold my money for months, well, that's just not right. Some might even say illegal, right? So now what this is referencing is a really silly, where is it? Here we go. Okay, so here are my own personal orders from Palmetto State Armory. So essentially, after my initial review had dropped, I still wanted to buy a few things from PSA. So you can see there are 2 closed orders. They're identical orders because I bought 2 scope mounts, one for myself and one for a customer. He wanted a Warren 193. And I was like, hey, you know what? I want a Warren 193 in FDE. So I bought 2 of them, right? So here are both of the orders. You can see that they are both closed. However, they were not closed for months. So I waited, I think 36 days, 35 days before I filed the chargeback with my credit card company because I bought these products. They were in stock and they just held on to, $330, which is not that much money. It's not something to be upset about, but I still wanted the money back or I wanted the product. I sent them emails and got nothing. So I eventually had to take it. You can see that this is my credit card statement. This is the exact dollar amount. And on August 20th, I placed the order. September 25th is when I filed the chargeback. And then I think 2 months later, they didn't contest the chargeback. And so I actually got it cleared that, yes, guess what? I get my $330 back, whatever it is. Congratulations, John. But yeah, no, that is a legit thing. PSA did hold my money. They did hold it hostage for orders not related to anything Jakl review. Just I'm trying to buy products from Palmetto State Armory. And rather than just canceling my account, they decided just to not ship me anything. Just take my money, which of course they're happy to do that, but not ship me anything.
Unbelievable.
Did they do that to Joe? I'm not aware. I know that they were messing with who was it? 110 SAS.
Yeah, I mean
with
they well, okay, so they terminated what's his face's M26's account. I'm sure that they have had bad dealings with Desktop, as he called them out for their original design of their handguard, which ended up being terrible. But yeah, PSA loves people who talk good about them, who make a lot of money on affiliates. They want $50,000 a year in affiliate sales, which is gross, not profits, but $50,000 a year in affiliate sales before they send you stuff. So listen, if you want PSA products, just be ready to shill like you've never shilled before. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
just don't say anything negative about them ever, and they won't hold your
Ever.
money hostage.
Yeah, who's that?
But no, that is true, verified, and I have all the receipts to back that up. So there's no speculation on it. They did. I won the chargebacks after they refused to send me product, and here we are. That's
Over 30 business days.
Well, right, and that's the thing. It wasn't even shipped. It wasn't like shipped and taking a long time. It was that it hadn't moved. And then again, they didn't close the orders until I won the chargebacks in like November, right? When you actually get like the dispute process goes through and you're like, okay, you officially won. Even though my credit card company gives me back the money as soon as I file the chargeback. But if they win the chargeback, then I give that money back. So it's one of those annoying situations where you're just waiting, like, are they actually going to contest this and be assholes because they never ship me my product? But this is also on Reddit. These types of people / YouTubers love to shit on PSA because it takes away from companies that charge thousands of dollars more for relatively the same shit. Now, this part, there are some companies that charge a lot more than PSA, but the Jakl's $1,200, bro. It's within a stone throw of a Geisley rifle. It's as expensive or more expensive than a BCM. So it's not a cheap product.
I don't think the average person wants to buy X amount of dollars crazy expensive thing. If they could get a good thing for $500, they would get a good thing for $500.
Well, and they think they are.
Right? That's the issue.
That's everybody who has a PSA and doesn't shoot a lot, and it's like their only AR. They think it's like they know it's probably not as good as the high quality rifles, but they think it's also like, well, it's good enough. It's good enough for like home defense. If I needed to bug out, I'll take this gun. And it's, you know, do you really want to like risk your life trusting this piece of equipment? Like it is a life-saving piece of equipment.
It's silly because you could also get something good for not even that much more money.
Yeah.
It's odd, to say the least.
I mean, I know Soul GW has like mixed stuff coming out recently, but like $1,200, $850, $1,200 for a PSA Saber, or get like a Soul GW patrol rifle or a BCM. It's like, what is even the point of this?
Right. I think it generally stems from like a couple of years back when PSA was just very open about their business model. They were saying like, hey, we're making cheap ARs that are reliable. They're not trashed here. They are the maximum amount of quality for this price bracket while still remaining very cheap. And when they were honest about that, people were more than happy to give them their money because they were saying like, hey, these are premium rifles. They're just fun little range toys for people that just want that. And people were happy to see that sentiment and that honesty. But now they're like muddling and mulling around this, like, oh, we're better than this. You're going to spend premium money and get a premium product when we both know that that's just not the cause.
Haven't you watched GBRS? The Jakl is duty grade, bro.
Right, yeah. Real G's by Bear Creek Arsenal. We know that. I mean, underneath all these accoutrement of excrement, we have a Bear Creek Arsenal upper receiver. That's what the real bros are using.
Well,
if you're going to clear, go ahead. If you're going to clear Osama bin Laden's compound and you don't have a Jakl, you're doing it wrong, dude.
Dude, what did GBRS say? Like, oh, if you're interested in a duty, like a rifle setup for serious use, I would look into the Jakl. I would totally recommend it. I'm like, I don't know about that.
If SEAL Team 6 operator guy tells me it's good, then it must be good. He can't lie to me.
He would never lie to me, despite being paid to do so explicitly.
One thing I think the PSA also does to get into people's minds is they act like they're heavy 2A advocates and they're on your team. And by supporting them, you were supporting the greater 2A cause. Didn't they come out like 2 years ago or sometime around then with like an alternative to self-defense insurance? I think that they did that for a little bit.
Right
I
to
don't know
bear.
if they're still. Is that what it is?
Yeah, so Right to Bear was an insurance company. So funny story. Right to Bear reached out to me very early on, and they wanted to sponsor my channel. And I was like, okay, what is it? And it's it's carry insurance. It's just gay fear porn. I told them straight up, I don't deal in fear porn. That's somebody else's deal. So I turned that down pretty darn quick.
Yeah, I don't.
That was the thing that they had, which is the same as USCCA. I mean, you can. There are PSA haters that they live in banned states and like they can't, like PSA just won't ship them anything, even if it's not a banned item. So it's like, hey, PSA, can I have this thing that's legal here? And PSA is like, no.
Even worse, it goes even further.
Really? Okay.
They will ban people in those states the second that legislation has hit the governor's desk and has wet ink on it. It doesn't even have to be enacted yet.
Yeah.
And they will prohibit people from buying.
Not quite so 2A friendly, are you, PSA?
Well, it's almost like they use the 2A to hide behind, but really all they care about is money.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like if you're an evil corporation number 31 that's only about money, fantastic. I get it. But when they're defenders, for some reason, they're like, no, you leave alone the $250 million a year company. Do not attack them. Okay, they're doing good for the Second Amendment while draining my paycheck. It's like
I honestly have to question whether or not some of these companies, when do they stop being a company and they start being a cult?
It is
like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's about right.
I think it's like people needing to justify their purchase, and no one wants to be like, oh yeah, I spent like more than halfway to an actual good gun on a shitty gun.
Nobody ever wants to admit they're a fool.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with everything. Nobody wants to be the fool, so they will defend their poor decisions, no matter what their poor decision is.
Oh yeah. I used to buy PSA and I was like, oh yeah, I mean it's fine, right? Like it's what a cool cheap alternative, and it's like, no, you have a few guns break on you, and like this is trash.
What is cheaper, buying $1,000 AR-15, $1,200, call it that, or 3 $500 AR-15s? I mean,
you can only wield one gun at a time.
Listen, two $500 ARs are way more expensive because then you're like, oh, I need lights and I need an optic and I need this and that, and you keep adding on to it rather than just having one actual decent setup, which is, that's where people get into the consumerist thing where they're like, oh, but I need an SPR. I need a 10-3 heavy barreled for suppressed shooting that can last 100,000 rounds. And it's like, it maybe. Like,
John,
I don't know.
By the time you're done filling up your shopping cart on Amazon to kit out your whole rifle, you've only spent like $50.
Fair counterpoint.
It's really not that bad.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. 2 is 1, 1 is none, bro. That's fantastic. All right, let's see. They have to ship on PSA to justify their spending decisions. Yes, I must crap on PSA to justify my spending decisions. This goes for cars, boats, don't own any boats, clothes. I almost never buy clothes. It's kind of gay if you ask me. Anything you can think of. These people usually aren't true free thinkers. Projection. And will nitpick anything they can find while ignoring the issues of XYZ companies. This is what you're doing, sir. You are ignoring the issues, my friend. They purchase their XYZ from. No. Here's the thing. My stance is very simple. Criticize everything. Why not? It's an inanimate piece of crap. Like, I don't care. Like the Canic that I run for competitions. It's a meme gun. It's put together like mediocrely. The machining is like mediocre, but it does the shooty thing. Like when I pull the trigger, it's like, I don't care. They purchase from XYZ from. A lot of these people also have a lot of money. That's not me. I'm not sure who you're referring to there, but that's not me. So the aspect of buying something cost effective doesn't cross their minds. No, everything I buy has to be cost effective. The ammo that I buy is the cheapest to achieve a specific purpose. The barrels that I buy, whatever it might be, I shop basically only sales or dealer pricing because of what I do for work, but now everything I do is cost effective. I have never once gone out to see how much money can I waste today. You know what? That product over there, I'm going to buy the exact same thing but double the cost just for fun. That ain't me, bro.
Also, when you're on a tighter budget, you really should not buy the cheapest thing possible, because if you're already struggling to buy the one thing, you really shouldn't have to worry about having to buy it twice.
Well, I think too, people don't realize I want PSA's claims to be true. You know how happy I would be if they actually did make really good products at their price points? That would be amazing, but they don't, right? Like you get caught up in the lies that the company weaves you, and it's not representative of what the truth is, and they actively make efforts to hide that.
Very true.
Everybody wants to talk about PSA. All right. So then Cuddle Bear, which is another top one poster, says, I don't know what his financial situation is. Dire. But I think you're spot on with your analysis. I am biased, though. Not dire, but no, I'm not a rich man walking around. I'm supported by online racists and retards. Please. How do you think my financial situation is?
I'm Spartacus.
Yes. I hate this guy. Seems like a straight bitch to me. I'm glad I'm not a gay bitch. That's nice of him to say, at least. I can't stand him for the Garand Thumb stuff. See, that's always funny. Is it you're mad that I talked about it or that Garand Thumb did it? Which one? What grown man is up in another grown man's business? Quite literally you right now. You're upset that you're upset with me for talking about another man. So you're the third man in this like thing that's going on right here, my friend. About who he may or may not be sleeping with. A straight bitch. Again, I'm glad I'm not a gay bitch. Straight bitch move, in my opinion. He probably gets 0 women. Just don't like this dude whatsoever. No, so here's the difference between me and all these other people, right? I get 1 woman. That's it. Just one. Married with kids. All done. Out of the pool forever. Happy to do it.
Very cool.
I also love this guy's mental gymnastics. Like, you aren't trying to rage bait anybody. You're just saying what's happening. He's letting you piss him off.
Yeah. He also has -4 upvotes on that post.
Yeah.
Oh, I got one thing to say to this guy.
You're a retarded faggot.
There you go. That's a good one. Thank you. Klutzy Disc 8433 says Focus Strip has some decent content. Why, thank you. He does some unbiased reviews generally, but with PSA products, he's definitely biased due to whatever happened between him and his affiliate deal. They just canceled my affiliates. I made $0 off of it. They just canceled it preemptively, which is fine. I don't care. I was going to cancel it live on a video, which would have been better, but they canceled it for me. Jackals are not bad rifles at all. Aw, you were doing so well. Damn it. He says these 2 sentences back to back. So Jackals are not bad rifles at all. I have seen some similar issues across 3 different rifles where the gas block detent either does not engage or is just not working. I did have a 10.5 Jakl that worked great from day one, but I sold it to buy a AR-15 clone, a CAR-15 clone. It's like, okay. So say, no, the Jackals are not bad at all. I've seen a lot go down, and they tend to have this issue where if you shoot them enough, the barrels just come loose or something.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
This part is my favorite, though. One thing I can't stand about Focus Strip is the streaming. Listen, my friend, you better start standing Focus Strip streams. You're in one.
Oh, we're there right now.
Live on stream.
Yeah, all the dudes on there sound like idiots. So listen, he's listening though. He's still here. He's probably listening to this right now, thinking, "Damn it, I shouldn't have commented this." They sound like idiots. That's all of you. And I would argue a majority of them are basement dwelling virgins.
So true.
Yeah, I mean, like, if true, like, is that Is that bad to be a virgin, to be pure? Are you saying that there's some like negative connotation between not being a man whore? Like, I don't know. Is that a bad thing for you?
Virginity is so cringe, John.
Virginity isn't cringe. I never lose. I mean, he has a dude smoking hookah while wearing a wizard hat. It's horrible. Yeah, that's Hawkeye. And Hawkeye is an AK fan. And as an AK fan, you either get weird, degenerate, communist, or highly autistic. And Hawkeye is just right there.
Yeah, I mean,
and we love him for it.
He's dipping his a little bit in each water.
I mean, look into those blue Agarthan eyes, okay? And you're going to say that man can't smoke a little hookah from time to time. Unbelievable.
Please
don't look too long, though. You might fall in.
Yeah, bad things will happen to you when you're in there. I had to fight the Hat Man to get out of there one time.
I'm surprised his neck could support his head.
The guy does have a valid point about Hawkeye. He's a goofy little guy, but we love him for it.
Yeah. Oh, well, who cares if somebody's goofy? You're like, are we taking ourselves like too seriously that you can't be a little goofy on a retarded live stream on a Monday night? Like, you got something better to be doing right now, my friend?
Yeah. What do you want to see? What do you want to see?
Is it sunglass stream time? Gosh dang it! Do I have my sunglasses around here? Oh no, I have a mask. Should I put on a mask? That'd be miserable though.
Yeah, put on a shiesty. Start decreasing the property value.
I have the PSR mask. I mean, he did explain how the PSA affiliate program works. I would not be happy if my rail was out of spec. Then PSA decides to hold my money and not ship anything until you take them to chargebacks, unless PSA has proof showing otherwise. Yeah, I have proof otherwise. They can't say anything about it. And they lost the chargebacks. Like, what are they supposed to do? It's like, sorry. Now, this is from another Reddit because, of course, PSA or Reddit in general hates us. Now, this is where things get fun for all of you as well. So, focus trip on the P320 incident. I love how no one can spell my name properly. Not a single person, okay? It's one word. The T is capitalized for some reason, but there's also two P's, okay? Focus trip. All right? Unbelievable.
Is that your God-given name? Is that your Christian name?
Yes.
That's his slave name.
3,000 years ago.
So he says the blood splatter on the thumbnail feels in poor taste. You know what? The SIG killing someone seems in poor taste to me.
Not just one person, 3 people. That's poor taste.
Allegedly. You know, it's like, oh, he put blood on his thumbnail talking about the death of an airman. Poor taste.
You know how many people have gotten shot?
I mean,
is that not in poor taste?
Hopefully, no one ever has to see what a gushing flesh wound like that is, especially when you're bleeding to death. It's not pretty, and this is make things.
This is literally blood splatter PNG that I pulled off of Google image search in like 5 seconds. Now you could do something in poor taste, like if you did like the airman's dead bloody body with like a laughing emoji on the thumbnail, like that would be in poor taste, I would imagine. However, blood on the SIG, the alleged murder weapon, like that to me seems like, I don't know, symbolic, you could say.
I think it's appropriate for people who have lost their life and families destroyed.
Yeah. And I mean, also, it's supposed to be provocative. It tells you exactly what the thing is about without even having to read it. Focus Trip is a piece of shit like that. Same guy who obsessed about Garand Thumb and made multiple videos about it like he is a private investigator or something. Technically 2. Well, 1 video, 1 stream. So whatever you want to say about that. He's just another POS clout chaser. True. Chasing the clout, as I do. A truly unfortunate that Focus Trip, again, he can't spell my name properly. A truly unfortunate that Focus Trip is pretty knowledgeable about some in-depth stuff. I'm not saying he's a Nazi, but a lot of his friends are on his live streams. I keep getting told this, and I didn't know that my friends were Nazis.
There's only one that we could confirm.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't want to find out this way. But how does our resident Mossad agent feel about that?
Real big chin scratcher there, my brother in Christ, because I'm Jewish. Kind of a ball drop on you there, bud. I'll
kick him off a stream.
Yeah, actually, yeah, we just remove him from the stream right away. Yeah, see, there he is. We're not racist. I mean, whatnot. Oh, what did I do? I clicked on a button. Oh, my whole
Everything's,
system's gone.
everything's fine on our end.
Well, yeah, you're not seeing what I'm seeing. It took over my entire monitor for a second.
Well, at least you didn't spend a lot of money on this service.
Oh, dude, yes, true. Crypto fascist. That's my favorite term. Crypto fascist. But a lot of his friends are Nazis on his live stream. And he doesn't really seem to mind or to say a single word in protest. Yeah, never mind. That counts as a Nazi. I like how he double backs on his own claim. So listen, if you call out the P320, you put a little blood splatter on the thumbnail with the SIG there. Literal Nazi. Now, I would like him to provide a citation of where I endorsed Nazi ideology or socialism or anything like that. I would like a citation for that, because if you're going to make the claim, at least bring evidence.
You believe in the family unit, dog. That's messed up.
Heck yeah, I love
Get that out of here.
His evidence.
You want heterosexual relationships.
Ugh. His evidence is that you criticized Ron Cohen, therefore you are a Nazi.
Jewish jump scare. That's funny.
You believe anything in this book, you're a Nazi.
That's right. Here we go. Hulk Hogan brothers. HH is in the chat. Rest in peace. Rest in power.
I would be curious to hear this guy's definition of what a Nazi is.
Well, so we
anybody who doesn't agree with him,
with the SRA guys or anything, it is anything generic conservative is actually a crypto fascist. Like if you have white children, fascist. If you believe in the nuclear family, fascist. If you don't like endless wars in the Middle East for foreign governments, fascist. It's like anti-war, fascist.
Pro-war, fascist.
It's actually funny because
you have to be anti one war and pro another.
Yes, true. Yes.
It's funny, like they say all these people are fascists. Like my grandmother immigrated from Italy in the early 1930s, and she was an actual like Mussolini loving fascist. Like we're talking into the 1970s, naming her dog Il Duce after him. That's an actual fascist.
Wow,
that's
absolutely
funny. Bro, speaking of Mussolini though, I didn't know this, but he actually gave Vatican City back to the papacy in 1929. I didn't realize that there was like a 60-year gap where they didn't own the Vatican City.
If only the French were so kind.
Well, if only the French were non-existent.
Not French.
Yeah.
What's the phrase? The eldest daughter of the church became a whore.
Let me see. So, I haven't watched this stuff in a while. Looks like he's rolling in the drama mud now. The drama mud? Oh, come on. I used to watch him years ago since he would review budget accessories. I still review cheap stuff. And since I guess I still am poor, I liked seeing how well cheaper stuff compared to higher end items. Hell, I still got my UTG 1-8 LPVO, which I reviewed back in the day, and that was like one of my first big review videos. But I didn't know how other to break it to you guys than you're all Nazis and crypto fascists. So there you go.
Oh, dang.
Hey, I'll take it, man.
Gopnik is our honorary Aryan, as they say.
All right, load up the Glock 34.
Speaking of Glock 34s or generic products that are discontinued and nobody wants anymore, we have the Guardsman series from Palmetto State Armory.
What? Another series?
Dude, it's another line of generic ARs. So I'm gonna give Dank. Have you seen the video?
I have seen the video. I watched it and I went, man.
Renan, have you seen the video?
I have not seen this yet.
Okay, perfect. You have not seen it? I don't know.
You're not going to see this coming, bro.
Why is the what backwards?
Why are their contacts all backwards?
Well, this is actually the main PSA guy. I forget his name, but you could ask him. Maybe it's more comfortable that way.
QC.
He was born with backwards ears. Don't be insensitive.
Yeah, you asshole. Dude, how funny would that be if your ears actually did get inverted and left was right and right was left?
Your lobes are on the top. You got like little cups that rain gets caught in.
That's gross. All right, so Renan, can you guess the 3 major differences on the Guardsman line that makes it its own unique line of AR upper receivers?
Dude, the fact, like, just the fact that you brought this video up and like they're doing a new AR line, I was just like, why? What?
Yeah, so it's not the
Is
Freedom,
it-
it's not the Classic, it's not the Saber, it's the Guardsman. So there's one that's pretty obvious that
Is
should
it
give
the
it away.
GT PSR, whatever stock that is?
Well, so the stock appears to be stock, but there's another pretty obvious change that should be noticeable. If you just look a little closer, it
Just
should
let me just
be.
scan some
trigger.
stuff. I mean, yeah, I mean,
Is
it
it
looks
like
like it's got like a different trigger
Some
in there.
cassette trigger in there?
It's got a cassette trigger in there. I think it's a cassette trigger. I didn't get that far in the video to see the actual trigger
anodizing
itself.
looks a
But it
little
looks like
different.
no,
it's kind
not
of like a
quite. One of them's hard to
gunmetal
sell,
gray.
but so here's the really exciting change. So the bolt carrier group is actually individually high pressure tested and MPI tested, just like every bolt carrier group that I've ever sold on my website. I use the AOTMS BCGs, which is the true mil spec. So their grand upgrade for the Guardsman series was using Carpenter 158 bolts that are HPT and MPI tested individually, which is good. Hey, you're actually getting individual QC on your bolts. Fantastic. You have
Shouldn't that just be the standard?
that should just be the standard on, like, listen, AOTMS BCGs, $70. They're not expensive. They're $70. Then you also have aux screws on the gas key, which is nice, but grade 8 fasteners are fine. So I don't know why you would, that's kind of like a meaningless upgrade. Now they did upgrade to Springco gas rings on the bolts because their microbest BCGs are notorious for burning out after like 50 rounds. Or not 50, sorry, 500 rounds. Just they should last for 3,000 to 5,000, maybe even up to 10,000, but they burn out very, very quickly due to an imperfection on the chrome lining on the inside of the carrier. Now, that's one like little upgrade, which again should just be standard in any AR that you're buying, whether it's 9310 or Carpenter 158, doesn't really make too much of a difference. You also get a cassette style trigger and an ambidextrous safety. And that, my friends, is a completely new line. Is there a chrome lined barrel? The handguard's the same handguard. Don't let them tell you anything. It's the same one.
They said it's different.
Look at it. So no, you know what's funny is this is the Delta Team Tactical handguard. The same person that makes the Delta Team Tactical Journeyman, which is a $500 rifle. It's the same handguard. So you have 3 cross bolts that clamp, and then you have one little set screw that goes into the barrel nut itself. That's it. It's the exact same one. You get circle cuts on top, M-Lock 3, 6, and 9. I don't know how they put this thing together. Well, I know why. Because it is incredibly low cost. It is so cheap to put together because it's just a generic AR. And it's like, well, it has a nice trigger, so it will feel nice when people play with it. And it has a nice stock, so when they put their face on it, like, okay, they'll kind of notice that. But other than that, it is just the most generic AR out there that is a new line for PSA.
When I heard the name Guardsman, I got a little, my dopamine hit, like, oh, maybe they're doing like a 40K thing and they're going to release the new like work shooter line next. But just another gay rifle.
It's just another rifle and a gay rifle at that.
This looks like
I don't like this dude's hair. It really
What's
annoys
wrong with
me.
Cameron?
Oh,
Yeah, Cameron,
man.
that's his name. Yeah,
This looks like PSA's
Waking
version
up
of
in the
the
middle.
FN Guardian.
Well, dude, they're getting roasted. I love it. We're gonna look at the comments in just a second because nobody asked for this. Not a single person. Do you guys remember?
Did they say what it's going to be price wise?
Underneath the Saber line. So because it's not Cold Hammer Forged chrome lined barrels.
That doesn't mean anything though, because they
it's
change.
like
All their lines are
700,
interchangeable.
800? Yeah, so Sabers are like 1,000 plus. So this will be like 800. And then you know what's funny is FN did the same thing with the Guardian rifle, so not the Guardsman, the Guardian rifle, and it's almost the exact same rifle. FN did the Guardian rifle for it came out at 1,000, but you can find it for like $600-700. It's the exact same thing.
So same price bracket as a BCM, but you're still getting the lower quality of PSA.
It's cheaper than a BCM. A full BCM is like $1,000 to $1,200. This is probably going to be $800, $899 out the door. That'd be my guess.
Gold,
That's the cartel special Jakl in the background too. It's pretty awesome.
I love that somebody did do that to that monstrosity. That cheap plastic flimsy stock. They're like, hey, can you Cerakote that white for us? and then gold plate everything else.
In the
That is hideous.
skeletonized pistol grip as well.
Yeah, I didn't even notice
It's
that.
a nice touch.
Because it's solid gold, bro. But
And that
anyways,
full EOS
so
deck as well.
you guys remember when Palmetto State Armory during SHOT Show 2025, they put out the whole list of what do you guys want to see next, and we're gonna take your input and we're gonna bring out all of this cool stuff. We got a
I don't remember seeing this on
5.7
the list.
PDW, an X9, a 9mm
The 50
PDW.
BMG that is
we got
100% guaranteed to explode.
it's gonna have the highest kill count in the continental United States. That I know for sure. Well, let's see. Here at Palmetto State Armory, we asked you what you wanted to see for us, and then we put out 17 effing AR variants. True. The X57 is looking beefy. I'm so glad it came out this summer. ... Let's see. Individually tested is nice. Amazing setup. That's Cope. Everybody wants the X57 and STG44. Hey, so how about another generic AR? Yes, true. So what's the difference between this and the Saber? Good question. Any updates on the Vuk? Guardsman 15 would love it. I don't know what they mean by that. 15, it's blackout. Yeah, and they come out with a few different barrel lengths and 1 in 300 blackout and 8.5 in 300 blackout, but it is yet another generic AR from Palmetto State Armory. Fantastic.
I mean, it's very clear that right now their strategy is to penetrate as many different markets in the gun world as possible, right? Like they're trying to do all these like AK variants, they're trying to do these new PDW variants, and none of them are good, but they're trying to get the foot in the door for people that want that stuff and sell it to them, right?
It's a one-stop shop for nothing very good.
True.
Really
say
are the
America.
Hondas of the gun world.
Good luck with that. God of the gun world. Moonman for 10 says the only thing remotely cool they sell is the rebranded stuff they carry. Why are how do we say this?
Nigerians.
No, there's how did we say this? Nigerbergs out here buying some FDE got slappa from PSA of all places. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, Mr. Nigerberg. I'm totally not going to have a slip up and end my YouTube career. Thank you for that, Mr. Moonman.
No bridge incident.
Well, we're an hour and 28 minutes in, John. It's fine.
We're good. Huge ass for 5 says focus strip over torqued my nuts, causing my barrel to droop low and to the left. Now my wife looks at me funny. Yikes. Sorry to hear that. I'll have to ship that back for inspection. Fresh Peanut Shade for 5 says, hate to go back to a previous topic, but I think that last security guard with the double drums had an underbarrel flamethrower. Yes, we did talk about that.
You did.
Prepared for quite literally anything, sir. Thank you for that, Mr. Peanut Shade. Ulcerous Spiv for 5 says, do you still do pin and welds? Also, where is the angry lesbian? Hop is probably not doing anything, honestly. He's unemployed and he doesn't do much. Actually, no, he's out drinking beer. Yeah, that's what he's doing right now. But I mean, if he wanted to hang out, he could, but I don't think he's hanging out.
He's grass dusting in the van.
Doc for 2 says here for the CQ BBW. I think he's referring to one of those police officers. Ike Watts for 10 says, hey, a friend of mine recently came down with throat cancer. I'm very sorry to hear that, sir. And could really use prayers if anybody's willing. And if it's cool, may I link a give, send, go link in the chat. Hey, Ike, can you just send me an email with that give, send, go link? And so I can post it. If you
Also,
send it to me via my email.
Name so we could like pray for him and name.
Okay. Yeah. If you could send me an email on that. So I can post it for you. I'm very sorry to hear that, man. That is not fun. I was at a funeral last weekend, and it's not a fun thing to go through. So I get it. It's hard for family. So we appreciate it, man. And we'll definitely pray for you, but send me that link. Tuss the Third for 5 says, what's more dangerous, appendix carrying a 320 or sprinting through a cornfield backwards with no pants? Your thoughts?
I have
corn.
There's a cornfield about 400 yards away from my house. We can figure this out real quick.
Actually, same, but I wasn't going to volunteer, Andrew. I don't know why you volunteered so fast for that.
That was like,
very odd. Let's see.
Never
not
beaten
sure.
allegations when you volunteer that quick, brother, man.
Andrew sending
Homie's on another level. He's boofing
thousands of dollars worth of gear, and then $5 super chat will make him run backwards through a cornfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge ass for 2 says, I'm long stroking my Jakl off. It's a long stroke piss ton. What is going on? Moonman for 5 says, sus statement. Someone on the panel definitely has a body pillow / love doll. Gopnik has one.
It's immediately me.
Well, you're the only other person other than Dank having the camera on. I can see everything in Dank's room right now. Unless there's a body pillow hanging over his computer.
There's not. Look.
He is very basic. He has the Oscar Mayer Wiener mobile clout.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oscar Mayer. Oh.
Right hell there. Yeah.
That's bitching right there, brother.
There you go. That's hot.
And the sriracha. The sriracha's badass.
You never know when you need an emergency little dab of hot sauce. Speaking of hot sauce, Focus Trip's wife for 5 says, dude, is huge ass okay? His super chats make me grateful for the basement isolation. Yeah, there's nothing like coming home to a nice, cold, damp basement and then locking your family down there. Appreciate that, Anna. Logan Sucks at Shooting for 5 says, check out Carry Concealment X1 Raptor holster, goated for USPSA. Ben Steger Pro Shop just started carrying them as well. So I didn't want to get something nice for this gun because I'm only going to be using it till the end of September, and then I'm probably never going to touch it again. So I just needed something that worked for it. But for my next holster, for the Shadow 2 or the TS2, I will look at that. Carry Concealment X1 Raptor holster. Thank you for that, Logan. Huge ass for 50. Now we know what Vintage likes to do with huge.
Hey, look, you want look, the P320. You want to be fisted by one of Sig's top guys? You want to be fisted by the Yankee Marshal? That's what you need to be asking yourself right now.
Says, my older brother unironically owns 3 of those awful Keltec bullpup shotguns, 2 sub 2000s, and a 5.7 upper for his AR as his zombie apocalypse setup for him and his family. I believe he is beyond saving at this point. Thoughts?
He's either black or he lives in a trailer.
Wow.
Huge ass. I think your brother sounds incredibly based. He sounds like a great guy.
Why would you think that he was black? That's just
why would you own 3?
The reason when you would own 3 is because one of them is very short and doesn't have the dual tubes. One of them is the extra long one, and then one of them would probably be in 410. That's going to be my guess.
One of them's the spare for when the other ones break.
Are we thinking it's just straight KS7s, or is there a KSG in the mix there too?
Yeah, there's a KS7, a regular KSG. What's the long one? The KS25. Is that the long?
Yeah,
one?
Isn't it? Yeah. The stupid long dual tubes, like a 28-inch barrel.
I'm gonna guess one KS25, one KS7, and one 410. That's
you know what's funny, huge ass, is that your super chat is worth more than his gun collection. So
those things, for whatever reason, those KSGs sell for ridiculous money.
Whoa! Are you saying that ocean plastic doesn't have inherent value?
Dude, it's ocean plastic from ocean spray fruit juice bottles. That's what it is. Thank you for that, huge ass, and tell your brother that I'm sorry for him.
Enough to choke a sea turtle. Sorry.
Yeah, Fresh Peanut Shape for 5 says, smug, sniveling has never been checked vibe. Pronouns are so low effort these days. True, dude. I should put that in my bio. Smug, sniveling, never been checked vibe. That's good.
We should give that Reddit poster a helicopter ride. Compliments of the
Mr.
Chilean government.
Indeed. Pinochet sends his regards. Philip M. Gaming says, did I miss Conspiracy Hour? No, it's always Conspiracy Hour. No matter what hour of the show we're in, it is Conspiracy Hour, Mr. Philip. Brandon Conway for 5 says, I had 2 Gen 1 Jakl uppers. The 300 Blackout had to get warrantied because they had to upgrade the feed ramps. Sold both uppers. Jakl lower is now a regular AR. Well, I mean, that's honestly, I'm about to sell the upper as well. So that's what's happening with my Jakl as well. So thank you for that, Mr. Conway.
What poor schmuck did you
well, dude, it's undecided. I'm gonna put it up on my website as leftovers and put it up for like $500 or something. And I'm actually, what's funny is I'm gonna actually assemble it properly, and I'm gonna bed the barrel to the upper receiver, so it should actually work for the person who gets it. Fingers crossed. So I will give them a much better product than PSA gave me.
Will you include a bottle of Loctite in the box for me, please?
For you, are you gonna buy it off me? For you, all 600.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit of JB Weld.
Yeah, just JB Weld the thing. Oh gosh. Spaz Guy for 10 says PSA stands for poo, oop, hit, and asses. True.
Just
Thank
like
you, Mr.
SIG
Spaz.
stands for self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Spaz Guy. I hope you're doing well. I know Spaz also lost a couple grandparents, which is not fun to go through. Chud for 2 says sabers are expensive and they're still shit. Listen, I don't care what parts you put into any rifle. If it's assembled incorrectly, congratulations. Thank you for the 2, Mr. McGill. Mark for 5 says, new business plan. M-lock wrench holder to keep the Jakl together between mags and a vented AR-500 holster for the 320. I'll be rich, I tell you. Yeah, no, that you need that shooting bin holster for the 320, and the Jakal's just beyond fixing.
Well, I saw a Forgotten Weapons posted a short. It was like the Russian like Makarov like pushed down to chamber around holster for the 320.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Mark, sir, I like your dog.
We're bringing it back. Thank you for that, Mark. A G-Twat Alchemist says, thoughts on Dirty Bird uppers. Dirty Bird uppers are the exact same thing as the FN Guardian, as the PSA Guardsman, as the Delta Team Tactical Journeyman. I love how they all come out with similar sounding names too. They're the exact same. The rails, the uppers, the bolts, the barrels, they're all just lowest common denominator, cheapest, whatever's available at the time. That being said, some of it is fine. I know some of the Dirty Bird stuff is cross machining tool, which I like. I like their handguards. So again, some of it's fine, but it's nothing special. If you're getting a good deal on it, you're probably all right. Thank you for Mr. Alchemist.
A lot of the receivers, aren't they from Omega Manufacturing or whatever the
whichever one was to, because they also I don't know who is doing those 60-61 billet up receivers, the really bulky ones, but you see a lot of those flowing around as well.
A ton of them, and I see them floating around for like $35 on they regularly go on sale for cheap.
Ray Holocaust for 2 says and never ignore gracious givers, even raters. No, here's the thing, like I don't know how spicy I want to get right now, but if we're talking about like racist, I don't even know what you mean by racist. Like what? You got quote statistics at you and you don't like it? Yeah, pattern recognition, like whatever you want to call it, bro. I'll grant your presupposition. Yes. Next question. How does that invalidate my point? But yeah, thank you, Mr. Ray Holocaust. Appreciate that.
You cannot recognize patterns. You must be blind to all of that. You're not even allowed to hear the random chirps in the background. You must ignore it all.
I've evolved. I don't even hear them anymore.
Are the exact same. There's no differences. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, no families, only porn and Burger King. That's your future until you're 81 years old, and then you can retire and die alone in a home.
Yeah, get stuck in VR porn and eat bugs. That's your future right now.
That's right. Dopamine injected straight into your veins. Hey, this is a question for Jake. Thoughts on Culver's Butter Burgers for 5?
So yes, Culver's Butter Burgers are some of the best fast food items you can get for the money. They're delicious. If you haven't been to Culver's, take a road trip, go try it out. You will not be disappointed.
All right, fast food tier list.
Fast food tournament for everybody to know about
Culver's or Taco Bell.
Culver's
For
all day.
sure.
I've
Culver's
only
all
had
day.
Taco Bell. I've
Culver's.
never had Culver's, so I can't.
I was about to bring up.
Culver's, but Taco Bell is a close second. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so I would go the other way, Jack. I'll go Taco Bell first, Culver's just behind.
Well, that's
No,
okay.
they're-
You can be wrong.
I hate to
Mhm.
burst everybody's bubble about Taco Bell, and I do enjoy it too.
I don't know what he was going to say, but just preemptively, I'm going to take him off.
I like that
Probably
better.
safe.
They can't
Take that.
legally call the Taco Bell meat.
Yeah.
They have to call it taco filling. That's all I was gonna say.
Taco filling. Wasn't that like tofu? I don't even want to know. Okay, you're raining on my parade here.
Just don't
Man
think
for
about it.
two says actually he is right about Hawkeye. Yeah, Hawkeye's special, kid, but we still love him anyways. How dare you?
I do love
You look
brother.
into those pure Garthan eyes and you tell me you're not afraid.
I like the one with the pointy hat better.
Just
Which
get that as a
pointy hat?
background.
How pointy.
Thank you for that, Mr. Moonman. Chud McGill for two says he doesn't like the end towers in chat. Pathetic. Yeah, I don't know. Letters arranged in a certain order just scare people for some reason.
I know the Associated Press didn't like the end towers.
Oh, dude, that's so funny. I could actually get in trouble for that. So we totally did not run end towers in a live chat on another stream on the HPA or anything like that. That did not happen, gentlemen. Thank you.
I don't know what you're talking about, John.
Thank you for that, Chud. Thank you for the two. Many towers have been erected just like me. Moonman for two says, or sorry, Moonman for five says, Amigos and Mokos, strongest soldier. Make sure they are good ones. I don't know what that's in reference to. I think they're having a conversation in chat that I'm not aware of, but we might unfortunately be allowed to find it soon. Melistamina for two says, Hail Fox's trip. Yes, that's right. Hail trip. Thank you for that, Mr. Melisdemeanor. Now, this is certainly something racist. So, Melisdemeanor for $2 says, Guten Nachmittag, mein Würzogern. Did I do okay?
Good
It's
night,
okay.
I don't know
butchered it,
crosswords.
so even if it was racist, you got around it.
Yeah, that's right. I'm too dumb for the AI to pick it up that I said something racist. Thank you, Melistamina, for the two. Moonman for five says it's easier for a Jamal to thread the eye of a key mod than for an Mlock enjoyer to enter the kingdom of heaven. Damn. Wow. All right.
Guy doesn't miss.
Well,
That's damn.
that's just
Thank you,
wrong.
Biblical.
But okay.
Well,
Heresy.
I mean, quad rail gang, rise up. You know what I'm saying? It's key
God is-
mods and M-lockers, you guys stay in your lane, okay? This is a quad rail gang
Can the,
corner.
Quad
okay, can the
rails were
M-lockers...
promised supremacy 5,000 years ago.
You know, the quad rails were promised our skin off our hands 3,000
Can the
years ago.
M-lockers and the quad railers come together?
Quadders.
Have fellowship over this and
Quadders.
The quadders have soft hands. I cannot accept them.
Send those dirty key modders back to the Arabian Peninsula.
Amen, brother.
You know what separates quad rail from key mod? The Mediterranean. Chud McGill for two says we used to be incels, now we're racist. Yeah, we're whatever we need to be. If you have a woman and a wife and kids, you're fascist. If you don't, you're an incel or a virgin basement dweller. So whatever you need to be, that's what you are to these people.
It's
Thank
just
you, Mr.
current
Judd.
buzzword.
They can't call you an incel if you're married.
Oh no,
No,
they
they
do.
still can.
Quite the opposite. What's the opposite of involuntarily celibate? Involuntarily.
Volcel is voluntary celibate.
Well, no, but opposite. So instead of being involuntarily celibate, involuntarily sexual, that's what's being a married man.
Oh, so fulfilled.
Just
I thought
yeah.
that was called rape.
No. There's no such thing as marital rape. Modern propaganda. Just a gun guy for two says, how much AAC 55 grain does it take to squib my barrel? A singular round. One round.
You won't know which one though.
That's the fun.
It's the surprise mechanic.
It's
like
like
loot boxes.
pinata with your gun.
Janosin for five says, I'm building a Frankenstein upper. Do I buy a Geisley, Night Sand Cutter, or BCM BCG? If you have a
Definitely not
lot of
Knight.
money, the Geisley. If you have even more money than Night Sandcutter, or if you just want a gun that works, just buy the BCM.
Or the AO Precision.
Or the AO Precision TMS, because it's the actual contract overrun BCGs. So
if you're asking this question for $5, just buy whatever.
BCM had apparently some issues with Microbest like 6 or 7 months ago. And I don't know if
Microbest has been putting out garbage.
I don't know.
PSA for years.
I don't know if they've changed their supplier, but I know BCM was getting some of the brunt of that, where they were getting some bad carriers, but I don't know if that's changed or not.
It's more like micro worst. You know what I mean?
Macro worst. Thank you for that. Melisdemeanor for 2 says the Emperor protects. Indeed. Thank you for that, Mr. Melisdemeanor. Dr. Fuzzy, member for 1 month, thank you, sir, says, remember when PSA rose to popularity during the post-COVID Biden era when I was just getting into guns? A cheap, accessible rifle was appealing then. Well, yeah, that, plus everybody's buying guns, and the government is giving you, like most people, they're giving you checks, they're giving a lot of people X amount per month, whatever it might be, and so you turn around, you take that money, and you buy whatever is like right in that price bracket, and that's PSA. Thank you for that, Mr. Fuzzy. Canine AIDS, Mr. Obama, for 2, says, does PSA take EBT? If they could, they would.
Black people don't buy ARs, they buy Dracos.
No,
that's not true. Go to any PSA review.
They take
exhibit
EBT.
number 1.
They take EBT. You just got to go talk to Dredd on the corner, and you're going to get 50 cents on the dollar for it.
Dracos
that's how it's going to work.
Dracos are so 2010, dude. It's all about the buffer or the buffer tube that's got no stock on it or brace. ARP with a 100-round drum that's like 7 inches long. That's what they like. That's what the Black Youth of America
Kung Fu grip and no optic on the top, just a laser that they actuate with their thumb.
Yeah.
It's called a beam.
Oh, you got the green bean on it.
No, a beam.
No, you say bean.
A bean, okay. Yeah.
What are you guys arguing about? I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, laser beams on guns.
Lasers.
Moonman for 5 says, the guy who likes sea shanties via AI is in favor of backwards corn jogs. Not surprised. Andrew, you're hurting us with the gay allegations on the sea shanties.
Gay.
Damn it. Thank you.
I am going to refrain from commenting for not getting the stream taken down. My
all
thoughts on homosexuality will get.
We're almost 2 hours in, and you can say massive gamer flag it. Chud McGill for 2 says PSA is the king of Section 8 builds. Pregnant black emoji, pregnant black emoji, pregnant black emoji. Thank you for that, Mr. McGill. Spaz for 2 says money. Money talks. Thank you, sir. Panzer Campflagon 2 for 2 says Spaz Guy is a nerd. No cap. For real, for real. Wow, Panzer going after him. Damn. Discord beef is spilling out onto the YouTube chat. I apologize, gentlemen. Moonman for 5 says, how much for a stream of just reading Moko's weird, possibly sexual dream journal aloud, ideally in public?
I happen to have the comment pulled up of what it is that he was talking about.
Did you start it? Is it in chat?
We haven't named a price though, fellas. That's the
no. Send it. Can you copy and paste it to me in the private chat?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, but if you want a stream of us only reading this journal in public, well, first off, I can't do it in public if it's sexual. I'm not going to be talking about this.
This has to be like a Rumble exclusive thing.
I don't know. You're gonna have to make like $1,000.
There you go.
$1,000.
Oh. Too low. He might actually do it,
dude. Yeah, actually, I thought about that. I was like, oh wait, no.
Wait. He's got all that government money. He's got nothing else to spend it on.
He's gonna be like, bro, $1,000. I get like $4,000 a month on disability. I don't care about blowing this on you. Like, I'll be, ugh.
Another man's blowing it on you. What?
Ah, damn it! Stop it! Stop it! Never beating the allegations. Racist and gay. Moko's strongest soldier. I once had a dream when I was sneaking past Elids, Girls Frontline Zombies. Oh, is that game that we showed that one time? Yeah. Along a Mediterranean coastline, and then had a lot of sex with blonde girls. Okay. Likely
You didn't need to share that.
Centuresi. I googled this. What is Centuresi? Am I about to be accosted by images?
I don't know if you want to.
Is it like a female centaur or something?
No, this
No,
is
he
what
said
popped
Yeah.
up. This is
That's Centaurussi.
no. This is fine. I can show this on screen, can't I?
Mr.
This
Haynes.
is it's fine. It's a maid outfit. It's fine.
Oh god, it's a fanfic.
Is it? Is that what this is? I don't know. What is this website?
Best not to look
That's
too
what
deep
that's
into it.
reading like.
Yeah, I think we'll pass on that. Thank you, Mr. Moko's strongest soldier.
You're one misclick away from nuking the stream.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So I don't know what
not that.
there's a whole list of NSFW. What does that stand for? Spaz Guy for 2 says Panzer likes young boys like our greatest allies. Man, Panzer and Spaz going at it. Appreciate that, Spaz. Thank you for the 2. Chud McGill for 2 says incredibly gassy is yearning to be seen. Richard. Oh shoot, no. Get it off. There it is. I wanted his stunning blue eyes to hypnotize the chat. Incredibly gassy is on, but not for long because Moonman says for 5, ignore Chud, Richard. Tito stays. Well, damn, that was so fast. I had time to finish the super chat before it was done. Melissa Meter for 2 says, Dad, Spaz, and Panzer are fighting again. Guys, you're taking up the whole chat. My gosh. Chud for 5 says, no, Richard, Daddy is speaking and Gassy needs to be seen. This is going to get real bad and real fast. Absolute Moonman for 10 says, silly Chud McGill, will you ever learn? Richard, ignore him. Tito must stay. And then Chud for 10 says, who must go? Question mark. And then Moonman for 20 says, is it cyberbullying to pay to have a streamer read Moko's strongest soldier stream journal that he's posting in chat aloud? I hope so. I love cyberbullying. Many such cases. Thank you, Moonman, for the 20. You guys are
killing me.
Stop it. Guys, this is in public, okay? You guys are fighting over his profile picture in public. Okay?
Get a room, you two.
Ladies,
please.
This is yeah, the PDA. Huge ass for 5 says Taco Bell is for wiggers. Damn it. Stoners or broke baby mamas. All right.
Or if you're hungry,
I must
a
be a
road trip. It's
wigger
like the-
then because I'm going to Taco Bell right now.
Base,
If you're hungover
Jake.
or drunk late at night, Taco Bell's kind of the place to go, though.
It's the only thing open past 11 where I live. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that also happened a lot. It just happens to be the only 24-hour establishment. Sabardic Psycho for 2. Well, his smile is gone after all of that. He's now just a expressionless husk.
Indifferent.
We know what lies behind those eyes. Thank you, Mr. Psycho. Ike Watts says John Huron is the young man man in need of prayer for cancer. Well, I will write that down before I forget it.
Give me a second.
I'm very sorry to hear that, man. That's never
Got it
fun.
written down.
All right. Thank you for that, Mr. Watts. We go from throat cancer to rape holocaust. For 2 says kindly invite knowing evangelicals. Wow. I wonder if that has a hidden meaning. Thank you for that, Mr. Holocaust. Chud for 2 says, are you a fake cell focus? A fake cell. What does that mean, guys?
You're faking incelibacy.
Well, I'm married with children. I cannot fake celibacy.
Right, but you could still virtue signal.
Oh, virtue signal. Okay. Yes.
So you're not a virgin?
Don't tell the chat, but no. Subarctic psycho condition has worsened. He's now frowning. I'm sorry to hear that. We don't want the psycho to get too sad. Rape Holocaust again for 5 says URDI or my PSA Car 15 Franken build for a 5K running gun. Do I take the Porsche or the ass Miata to burn out at 17 South? Well, I would always take the URGI personally. I don't know why. I don't know why I would take anything else other than that. But if you're just trying to have fun doing something silly and you want to take a car 15, that's fine. Have fun. Right. I'm not going to hold it against you.
You are GI 100%.
Compulsive Gun Buyer says, insert Readout plug here. Yes, Readout is the show that I have with James and Christian, and it is on Wednesday nights post our regular stream. We stream a couple hours early. I did just drop that link in chat as well. If you guys want to go check it out, it's a little bit more theology focused and, some current events and stuff mixed in there as well. I think this week we're going to be talking about feminism, and James has an interesting take on feminism. So thank you, Mr. Compulsive Gun Buyer. Huge Ass for 10 says, I hate the Antichrist. Sorry, my schizo meds must have worn off. Well, that's the thing. You just got to stop taking them. You'll feel much better, I promise you. Thank you, Mr. Jazz. Moonman for 5 says, I will put you up a tax bracket just for a joke. The smoke. That's funny. Thank you for 5. Moonman for 2 says, I'm crying. Me too, but just internally.
Hashtag me too.
Ike Watts for $2 says sea shanties are based AF.
Can't confirm.
I like them. I think it's fun. So let me also, much more importantly, stop donating to the stream, please. I dropped the link in chat. I'm going to pin this, actually. I'm going to replace the Redoubt pin. But this is the Give, Send, Go for Mr. John Haran for his throat cancer. He is 24 years old. Trying to graduate his engineering degree. I posted that in the chat. That is tragic. So go ahead, stop supporting here, go over there, please, and do that. That's a much better use of your funds than trying to meme on me. Also, on the same topic, on the Rumble side of things, did I lose it? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Bushmaster for 2 says, not to bring down the mood, but yesterday I was informed that a buddy I served with took his own life. If you guys could please pray for his family, it would be greatly appreciated. And his name was Joseph. I'm very sorry to hear that, Mr. Bushmaster. I will write that down as well for you, Mr. Joseph. If you pray for his family.
John Haran and Joseph.
Yes. Thank you for that. Chud McGill for 2 says, make me a mod. I'm mod on Rumble. Well, Rumble's a little more crazy. I don't know if we need more mods. Maybe I will, but then Chud would just ban Moonman so that he gets to pick out the PFP.
Yeah, that's not fair.
And they're fighting again. There's like some weird sexual tension going on here that I don't quite understand. Moonman for 5 says, ignore Chud, make me a mod instead.
You know what would be hilarious is if it's just one guy running 2 separate accounts.
It's all one guy in the chat.
Just arguing with himself and throwing money.
Ray Polo cost for 2 says, ignore them, make me a mod instead.
Remember when Trench said that Richard should start streaming his actual face? That would have been the most financially irresponsible thing you could have done.
100%.
Chuck for 2 says, have y'all heard? Oh no. Chat, would you like to talk about this?
No.
So,
do we have an option? I mean,
probably not.
Who is that?
Lil Tay is a young influencer that on her 18th birthday launched an OnlyFans at 12:01 a.m. And, allegedly nude photographs, whatever, she made $1 million in 3 hours on OnlyFans. Now, keep in mind that while, yes, no, you got to listen. While degenerate and disgusting and evil in all of the normal ways, keep in mind that these images and videos, whatever they might have been,
would have been
before she was 18. So, definition, child porn sold on OnlyFans for $1 million in the first 3 hours. So this is why when people say, "Oh, you need to be tolerant, you need to be accepting of these other ways of life, or you can't judge," I say, maybe it's time to put a stop to it. Maybe
I think we don't have enough millstones.
And I mean, it's tragic for the girl. Obviously, she's profiting off of this, but she's quite literally sold her soul for this financial gain.
Like what?
And
what
dude, whoever her manager is, quite literally drag him into the street and kill him.
Yeah, let's do an early life check on the manager, please. No, it's honestly disgusting and depraved and super sad that her only idea of like self-worth apparently is to sell her body as soon as she's able to, and potentially before. I think that's just an indication of how far gone our culture is, and it's very sad.
It's where women see their social value and their financial value is that they can leverage their whatever platform they've established and popularity they've established and use sex to leverage money. I mean, it's prostitution.
So I am very happy that I don't financially assist in this at all, because yes, women should not be doing this, but also on the other side of the, like, what is happening is that people are buying this. Like, there wouldn't be a market if there were no buyers. So we really got to like look ourselves in the mirror and like stop this crap too. As well as production.
Watch, it'll come out in like a month or two that she lied about the overall money that she made, and she's going to come back and say, no, I didn't make anywhere near that, when they try and hit her for taxes. Oh. So this is the guy?
This is the man. Leonid Radvinsky.
Little on the
elusive owner of a porn empire. Ukrainian American. Another one of those hyphen Americans.
Hawkeye. No.
I don't know.
Who do you think would win between him and Hawkeye in a staring contest?
Hawkeye,
100%.
blue eyes.
He'd melt his
he would fucking flinch and melt immediately.
Bro, yeah, it's like the
Indiana Jones and the Ark of the Covenant.
To be hot to the touch. My man just melts. Moonman for 5 says, make all of us mods. It would be funny. For a time. But no, yeah, going back to the OnlyFans underage stuff. I mean, all of these sites have been caught red-handed selling the most degenerate stuff imaginable. And what's interesting is, while we are in the most degenerate time of the most access to degenerate material of all time, it's also like certain countries around the world are cracking down on it more and more. So I wonder if there is going to be a pendulum swing the other way.
An overconsumption shift.
Pendulum has been swinging quite rapidly as of recently. Just look at Europe. Years and years ago, or not, like 2 years ago, you wouldn't see massive protests out in the streets of Britain of a bunch of young guys getting together and going, hey, we don't like this. Now you do. It's gotten so bad, people can no longer ignore it.
Chud McGill for 2 says, I'm no longer asking, give me mod or else. Listen, send me an email, Chud. If you can get past that simple task, we'll talk. So Bardic Psycho for 2, he is now throwing up. Yes, his mood has gotten considerably worse over the last 15 minutes. Thank you for that,
Me too.
Bardic Psycho. G-Twat Alchemist for 5 says, you need to get my brother, G-Twat Alchemist, on the show. Didn't I have him on the show? Didn't G-Twat Alchemist come on the show for a while? At least once?
I don't know.
Not sure.
But thank you, Mr. G-Twat. A very funny name. Moonman for 5 says, how much to have Focus pay Emoko to just read his dreams on a loop? How much to have Focus pay Emoko? I'm not going to pay Emoko. Emoko does his stuff for free.
Did he get that the wrong way around? Did he mean to say...
So. How much to have Emoko pay to just... I think he wants me to read Emoko's dreams on loop.
How much does he have to pay you, Focus?
Oh, yeah, no, I know what you're saying. So, like, for instance, you want me to record myself reading out like a book reading of his dream journal. Man, it would have to be something. Thank you for the 5, Moonman. Huge ass for $50. My gosh, you people are
gay. Yeah. Damn.
That was the wrong one. My apologies. For 50 says, I like sending my VA disability money to Focus. He at least uses it to do things I approve of. Well, thank you for your service and for your repatriation. $50 is incredibly generous, Mr. Jass. You don't need to be that. All you guys should stop donating here and go to the link pinned in chat. That would actually
John
be
Haran.
better.
Yep. You sent $50 to get called gay too. Look what it got you.
Look where you are. But we appreciate it, Mr. Jass. Keeps the show rolling. Moonman for 5 says, imagine paying for cheese pizza instead of paying my way into the Gianni cabal. That should be a temporary mod duty or like a probationary period. Thank you for the 5. Moonman for 5 again says, Amoko's strongest soldier is truly the anti-OnlyFans, the only simps for the anime girl equivalent of the G36. Anime girl equivalent of the G36.
I think that's the thing we looked at earlier.
The anime.
Yeah, it was.
I think we have to figure out what his opinion on the G36 is before we can.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
I mean, as far as anime goes, it is not the most degenerate thing that could possibly made.
True.
But thank you for the 5.
Real people.
The G36 is already a less provoking image. I don't know why they had to put a woman with it.
Right? Yeah. That is funny. Anime is cringe. I mean, anime is an what do you want to call it? A medium, like anything else. It's like comics or movies or TV. Most of it is incredibly degenerate, but so is most modern content.
Question.
Same thing with like music and movies.
Does Family Guy and South Park qualify as anime?
No.
Well, yeah, it's American anime.
Yes. Thank you.
No, Cory in the House is the best American anime.
He said it. There we go.
Speaking of it, have you guys ever seen the Japanese dub of King of the Hill?
That sounds fucking
I
It's
have. It's
pretty
hilarious.
funny.
Is it a bad translation?
It's anime dub to the it sounds like anime, but it's King of the Hill.
How do they
Full
manage Blue
samurai
Power?
accents. It's hilarious.
What?
Yeah. How funny is it? Yeah, that anime. Well, it wasn't anime. I don't know what you would consider furry hentai to be. I wouldn't call that anime. That's just porn.
Yeah, it's just furry shit. Right?
PSA advertising material, sir.
Yes. All right. Where is the one article that I had? There is another article going over a P320 failure from like 2018 where they had a gun go off without a trigger press. The trigger didn't have like a fingerprint or anything on it. They did a whole like forensic investigation on it. That was quieted. But we're not going to get to that tonight. We're actually going to call it here. So, but before we get out of here, Rana, what do you got going on?
Oh, just my wife's going to be going to a kind of this faith retreat this week. So I'll be home alone. So I'll probably just do some rucking and some shooting, and yeah, gonna try and get back into shape.
Yeah, get out there, get it done. Sounds great. Jake, what do you got going on other than Taco Bell right now?
I just finished Taco Bell.
How was it?
It was kind of hard to eat listening to the OnlyFans thing, but yeah, I'm just gonna say
actually that sucks. I'm sorry to do.
Yeah, no, it's all right. I'm just scarred for life now. No, I was gonna say, I know you already mentioned it, but guys, tune into Readout or whatever it's called. It is a great show. It's very entertaining, and just having the different faith traditions come together and discuss theology, super beneficial. So check that out.
Yeah, it's been great for me too, just to like learn about all the other stuff that the other guys are much better versed in than I am. So I greatly enjoy it. Not everybody's thing, I understand that, but even if you're not into theology or faith of any kind, like there's still interesting things you can get in there to, you know, for world events or, you know, how we deal with each other or whatnot, fun stuff like that. Andrew, what do you got going on? And thanks for hanging out, Mr. Former Sigger. Also, we're past the 2-hour mark, so you can say things like faggot now.
I've been rebuilding my range. So that's been fun, annoying, and I just waited until it wasn't 100 degrees outside to do it. And I've just been kayaking a ton, trying to get back into shape.
Yeah, dude, kayaking sounds like so much fun. Peaceful, out on the lake or river, whatever it might be. Sounds like a good time.
Living on a lake makes it easier.
Yeah, oh, that too. Yeah. Dank, the pool guy. You work on like mini lakes, right?
Yeah, man-made mini lakes. It's so much fun. I had a great time today. I didn't at all.
But you're here now. We appreciate it.
Read your Bible. Live according to God. That's based.
Incredibly based.
Oh, got it. Your book, the scriptures. How many books are in it?
The right amount, not the Catholic amount.
So, well, is it 66?
Yo.
Yes, I have not counted. My apologies.
Well, I'm just curious, because is it the 27 new and the 39 old? Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So it's the Protestant canon.
Correct.
Is
I
there
was
going to
curious, 'cause I
be
didn't
a
know.
thing on the readout over the Deuterocanon?
I'm sure there will be at some point. Surely I mean, that's another interesting thing when it comes to Sola Scriptura is like, well, don't you have to talk about the canon to talk about Sola Scriptura, which we haven't really gotten into, but I'm sure we'll have to at some point.
Yep, you got the Catholic, you got the Protestant, and then you also got the Ethiopian, which is fun because they got 81 books.
Yeah.
No,
Ethiopians go crazy, bro.
Ethiopian Orthodox have 88 books.
Oh.
Yes, they have the most.
That's an interesting number
maybe,
of books.
Maybe it's the Assyrian Church of these. Yeah, but it goes Catholic, or sorry, Protestants have 66, Catholics have 73, Eastern Orthodox have 79 in their study Bible. But even there's differences between the different places. They might not all be in their study Bible. And then, yeah, the Ethiopians and the Church of these go wild, if I remember correctly. But yeah. Chud McGill for 2 says email sent. Well, thank you. I will get to that. And Moonman for 10 says, so how much to have everyone just pick a gun and have the anime version of it as their PFP? No. How much to have Imoko pick your PFPs? Inquiring feds want to know. Listen, Moonman, you donate a lot. If you want us to do a stream where we have your PFPs on for a stream, as long as it's a chill stream without a serious topic, I would do that for you. But you would just have to send it to me.
We'll do it for a full 5-hour mega stream.
Save it.
We're winning our tax dollars back, boys.
That's right.
Save it for the Diddy stream whenever you get Diddy on here.
Oh, he's doing
Did he or didn't he?
GunTube did he? Which one?
Well,
you know what I mean.
Are you talking about Colion Noir?
I'm waiting for the chirp, but it's not coming. Is it in a box, Richard? Do you need me to come down and help you unpack?
Well, I got to find my batteries. I'm sorry. It took me a little while to get them.
Gotham, what do you got going on, my friend?
Healing up from the recent car accident. That's going pretty okay. Got a couple more 1,000 rounds of 9mm, so I'm going to be doing the 365 testing, making sure that's all spec and qualification. Been getting back on my runs more recently as well, so that time is going up, and I am psyched about it.
Very nice. Excellent. Awesome. I'll probably need to go on a walk tonight. I'm a little under the weather, but I got to do something. But yeah, for me, what do I got? I got a video coming out on gun.deals tomorrow, hopefully. I should have another video if I just edit it because it's just sitting on my computer for my channel. That'll be this week as well. More streams as usual. But with all of that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one. God bless.
As I sailed, and most of them I've slain as I sailed.